Hey guys, how you all doing? The Wrestling Guy back here today. Welcome to another video on the channel. Today, guys, we have episode 2 of our brand new series. That is our WWE Figure Collection reviews. So today we have the Rated R Superstar Edge. Now, this is a really nice figure. Obviously, in episode 1 we had the Viper Randy Orton. Today we have the Rated R Superstar Edge, ladies and gentlemen. So, what a brilliant figure this is. This is the Elite Series 83 Edge. Really, really nice figure. Let's just give you a little scan of the box. So, obviously, we've got our front. We've got his picture on the side there. On the back, we have a little bit of a description. So it says Edge from Toronto, Canada, weighing in at 246 pounds, and he is 6'5". Some career highlights: he is a WWE champion, an Intercontinental champion, and a Hall of Fame inductee. The Ultimate Opportunist wanted to prove that his WrestleMania 36 victory over Randy Orton wasn't a fluke in the greatest wrestling match ever. And that obviously took place at Backlash. And then at the bottom, you've just got your other figures that you can get in this series. So you've got Edge, Drew McIntyre, Dusty Rhodes, King Corbin, and Sasha Banks. Really nice picture on the back there as well. Really like that one. And then you've got that picture again there as well. And then we obviously move back round to the front. Now then, this is a really nice figure. I'm really, really happy with this figure. Really like it. Looks great on my display. So let's just do a little bit of a breakdown first of the box. Like so very similar to the Randy Orton one. This is your bog standard Elite Collection box with the red and the white contrast. Obviously, the difference between that one and the Orton one. You actually get a picture of Edge on the front, and also on the back you get the description, which you didn't get on the Orton one, which is cool. So yeah, the Rated R Superstar Edge here looks great. The box is, like I say, just standard Elite Collection box, but still looks really good. And yeah, let's just get down to the business of actually what's inside. So we'll start things off with, obviously, your interchangeable hands. So very similar to the Randy Orton figure. This figure has the closed fist interchangeable hands. Move it a bit closer for you. That's the closed fist interchangeable hands, and and obviously his standard hands that that he's using at the minute is in his pose, very similar to the Orton one. The interchangeable hands is something that Mattel are trying to implement into a lot of their new figures, which I kind of like. I think it looks really good. Obviously, it doesn't matter to me too much in my circumstances because I keep my figures in the box. I'm a box figure collector, so it doesn't particularly bother me. However, I can see why they would include it for people who do take their figures out of the box. So that's the interchangeable hands. Really, really like that. And on the right-hand side here, you can see we have Edge's t-shirt or vest, whatever you want to call it, which is cool. It's another new thing that the WWE and Mattel are starting to implement into their figures, is these vests and these wearable accessories that you can use. But again, can't take them out of the box. Very similar to the Orton jacket that we saw in the previous episode. It's a cool vest. Unfortunately, like I say, we can't use it because it's staying in the box, but it still looks really, really cool to have in the box. They displayed it really nicely. I love the new logo that they put on it, and yeah, it just looks really good. So that's the accessories that are in the box. Now let's talk about the positioning of the figure in the box. I don't think it's as good as the Orton one, but I think it is still a really, really good position that they've used for this figure. Obviously, we know Edge, when he does his entrances, is known for doing this this move, this pose that he does, and it's nice to see that they've implemented that into the figure. I think positioning in the box is a key characteristic of a good figure, especially for collectors like me who like to keep their figures packaged. I think that position is very important, and I think they've done a very good job here. It really captures the character of what the Rated R Superstar is all about. So I'm really happy with that. That's ticked a huge box for me there. Next up, the attire. Now, the attire is very interesting for this one. Obviously, you've gone for the grey and the burgundy contrast. Obviously, you've got the burgundy wrist tape, elbow pads, and knee pads, with little bits of red contrast here and there on the ring tights as well. And then we've also got the grey ring tights. I think this is a really nice attire. I'm really, really happy with this one. I think they could have gone with a much blander choice of just a black and yellow attire maybe or something, but they have tried to mix it up and make it a little bit more um, unique to Edge and a little bit more different than just standard wrestling attire. So I really like that. I think that's a really, really nice feature that they've included there. I think they've done a great job on the attire. The detail in these figure attires are fantastic. And you can just about see that on his kick pads, he's got the logo, which is really cool. He's got the Rated R Superstar logo on his knee pads, which look really cool. There's just a lot of detail that's gone into the attire for this figure, so I'm really happy with how that's turned out. I think it just looks awesome. And like I say, it looks great on my display as well, so they've done a great job on that one. Now, let's break down the characteristics of the figure. So let's start with the head. So the head scan on this figure is really good. I'm super impressed with this figure. I love the little details you can see in there, the bits of grey on his beard to show his age, his hair obviously a bit darker than his previous figures, and the detail in his face. It looks like Edge, which is always a good sign of a well-made figure. If it actually looks like the person it's meant to be capturing. So that's a really positive thing for me that they've managed to get the head scan right, because the head scan is a fundamental part of a good figure. If it doesn't look like the person it's meant to be capturing, then it kind of ruins the figure a little bit. So the fact that they've got the head scan so right for Edge, I'm really happy about. Yeah, kind of excited to see what else they do with some Edge figures in the future. Maybe now that they've got this head scan that they're going to use. I don't think they've used this head scan on any of the figures. I did have a little research on the internet before I shot this video, and I couldn't see any figures that have used this head scan. So I think this is a new head scan that they've brought in, which gives me good prospects for the future as to if they make any future Edge figures, what they're going to look like. I think they could be really good. So yeah, really happy with the head scan. The arms, they've done a great job. Obviously, you can't see him too well in the box because of the position he's in, but you can see little bits of detail. The tattoos, like I say, the wrist tape and the elbow pads, they've done a great job on. The skin tone they've captured, moving into the torso, which is great. Done a great job on that. And overall, the figure just looks really nice. I'm really impressed with how they've managed to capture the Rated R Superstar so well in this figure, and it just looks really good as well. Like I said, they position the vest nicely, so it's nice for boxed figure collectors and for just standard figure collectors. So I'm really happy with that. Also, the interchangeable hands, something they've implemented fairly recently, and they've done a great job on that as well. So yeah, overall, really happy with how they've sort of what they've done with this figure. I think they've done a fantastic job. So yeah, the final thing to do, guys, is for the wrestling guy to give it a figure score. Now, obviously, we rated Randy Orton a 4.3 out of 5. Now, I'm kind of a bit torn between two points for this one. There's a lot I like about this figure. Obviously, like I said, a big fan of the head scan. I think they captured that perfectly. The attire looks great. Accessories in the box are positioned well and look really good. The detail on the box is nice. The box design is brilliant. I think, yeah, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to give this figure a 4.6 out of 5. I am a big fan of this figure. There's a lot that they've got right about this figure, and not an awful lot that they've got wrong with this figure. I think that they've done a fantastic job, and this is definitely one of my favourites. I mean, I love the Orton one. Like I said, I was very generous yesterday. Gave Orton a 4.3 out of 5. There's a couple of things that I was being a bit picky about in that video. But this one, I'm struggling to really find anything to really to really complain about with this figure. I think they've just overall done a really, really good job. Um, it's just a lovely figure. I would definitely recommend any of you that haven't got this figure to go and pick up this Edge figure, because it's brilliant. And like I said, with the new features now that we've seen, like the head scan, um, I'm interested to see if any of what the other Edge figures look like, if they bring any more out fairly soon. But yeah, if you guys do have this figure, feel free to let me know down below in the comments section what your opinions are of this figure. I'd be really interested to see if you guys agree or disagree. Any points you think I've missed, maybe. And yeah, if you haven't got this figure, I would definitely recommend going and picking this one up. It is one of my favourites. And like I said, there's not really a lot to complain about. It's a really nice figure. So I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. Really hope you guys are enjoying this series as much as I am. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.